which of the Russian institutions that the Biden administration wants to target with these new sanctions?
Well, it's potentially quite a broad move, as our exclusive from last night's show. So you have about a dozen individuals, both government officials and intelligence officers, and around 20 entities, as well as a move expected to expel some Russian diplomats. One focus is likely to be on those who are blamed by the U.S. for helping facilitate what is known as the Internet Research Agency. That's a Kremlin-linked troll farm that coordinated an operation on social media in a bid to help Donald Trump's presidential campaign in 2016. And another focus is expected to be on the entities who are linked to Russia's security services, which would be a specific response to the SolarWinds hack. So what you've got is quite a broad move across both government officials, intelligence officers, and state-linked entities in particular.
Yeah, and how is this going to go down then, Rosie, in Moscow after President Biden offered to meet with Vladimir Putin for a summit? And in fact, we saw a rally in the Russian currency on the back of that meeting, because there had been a suggestion that, you know, maybe the meeting would allow the two sides to sort of work through some of these differences.
Well, that's right. So it looks a bit to be a choreographed move, because there are a number of moving parts here. You've got US concern about Russia's actions with Ukraine of late. You've got US concern about the imprisonment of opposition leader Alexei Navalny and the need to respond to SolarWinds. So the White House was clearly keen to de-escalate things first on Ukraine. And so you see Biden getting out on that with a phone call and the offer of a summit. It appears during that call he probably flagged that the SolarWinds retaliation, which of course the US has been considering for months and was well flagged, would follow. So it's like a 1-2 move. You get the good news in and then you follow with the bad. Because for Putin, the real prize here is that summit. That's what he wants in person. And that's probably what he'll keep focused on.
And SolarWinds, of course, we may remember was a hack attack. And what is going to be the punishment for non-state Russian actors here then, Ros? Is there a suggestion that they are also going to be caught up in these new sanctions?
Well, most of them are linked in some fashion back to the state, even if they are Russian companies. And, of course, many Russian companies are already heavily sanctioned by the US in some fashion. The big one, of course, is how it plays out for Russian debt, which affects the financial system, and is why you're seeing that reaction today in the ruble. Because what we're hearing is that there are other measures planned by the Biden administration, although it's unclear when they might be announced and if they're actually even fully signed off on as yet, as in has Biden given the green light. But those would seek to buy US financial institutions from trading new debt issued by the Russian central bank, by the finance ministry and the sovereign wealth fund. So that's where you're going to see the impact potentially across the Russian economy, and that's really the thing that's going to concern the market.